Hey, what is going on everybody, and welcome to Fantasia. For today, we're going to be jumping into another session of Epic 7 now today. Got some more summoning for you guys. That's right, today we're not summoning for Boss Arunka. Oh no. This has got to be the biggest bait banner I've ever seen in my life. We're going to be going for Bystander Hwayoung, the one, the only unit that I think can save me from this dreaded meta right now. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and put her as our selected target right now. You can change this selected target at any point during this summoning event. Now, if you didn't know, yesterday Smallgate released this custom Mystic banner, right? And you can customize this banner with any ML5 you want in the game prior to October 30th, right? 6 months prior to October 30th. So this doesn't include Disciplinary Prefect Arya, Witch of the Mirror Tenebria, or Lady of the Scales, but it pretty much includes everybody else, including, as you saw earlier, Boss Arunka, right? If I go here, we can potentially change. Yep, see, we can go ahead. You can select up to Boss Arunka. It is insane what is available for summons, including ML Teyu, ML Peira, ML Lua. You also have Empyrean Ilinov, Harseti, Dragon Bride Senya, New Moon Luna, Abyssal Yufine. So many good choices in here. And all for a discount. The main thing about this is, if it was a normal custom Mystic summon, I wouldn't be summoning on this, but you have 200 summon discount here, and it is by a 40% margin. So if I do a 10 pull, it's not going to be 500 Mystics, it's going to be 300, which means with my current Mystic count here, which wouldn't even be half of Pity, I think I have like 140 something pulls. It's not enough to get to Pity, unfortunately. We're just have to do our best here. But hey, if I don't get my Bystander Hwayoung here, you're going to see a very sad video. I'm going to cry at the end. But the good thing is, the silver lining is, I will be closer to Pity for the next ML5, right? So yeah, let's go ahead and do this. I am 180 summons away, so I've done 10 pulls. I think it was an extra 10 pulls from a carryover from the previous Mystic banner that we pulled on. But yeah, this is going to be great. If I can get Bystander Hwayoung, guys, RTA will be changed for me, like for the better. It will be so much easier. It's going to be reminiscent, I think, of the season where I randomly pulled an ML Lua, and ML Lua got me to like almost like a 70%, it was like a 67% win rate or something like that, and it was crazy. It was the highest win rate I've ever had in RTA out of the, I don't know, 6 years of playing RTA, right? It's insane. So I'm really hoping Bystander Hwayoung can do this for me. Obviously, I'm not going to have her carry every single one of my matches. I just think that she is really good into the current meta, good into Lady of the Scales, good into Genesis Raz. She is, she's strong to Boss Arunka, she's strong to all the light units, Empyrean Ilinov, and all that good stuff. So many people are picking light units left and right, and I have no way to counter them, right? Ooh, we do get a copy of Elbrus, though. Yeah, the current rate up is really nice. Elbrus Ritual Swords up for grabs, which I really do love. Okay, I was kind of hoping for a second one, but hey look, it's Setsuka. I hope they bring more of these 4-star units to life, though. It is so nice to see Setsuka as an actual playable unit. Yeah, hey, maybe Elbrus Ritual Sword is going to be next. Who knows? Although, with Mort being a thing. Wait. No way. Wait, what? They didn't even give me the purple sparks. They just threw her into my lap. Hey guys, we got Bystander Hwayoung. Guys, we got Bystander Hwayoung. I'm gonna be invincible. I'm gonna go build her right away. Oh, that's crazy! Alright, well guys, we're not pulling on this anymore. We're gonna save the rest of our Mystics. Time to do a little bit of a Hwayoung showcase in Arena. I know she's been out for a while, but let's test her against the meta. Let's see how she really does. So let's go ahead and take a peek at Bystander Hwayoung's new build. Yeah, so I went ahead and just immediately plus 15'd her, right? Everything is maxed out. She's a DPS unit. She needs all the help she can get in order to secure some kills. Now, I had a couple of Fire Hwayoungs laying around, so I did end up throwing 2 copies in here. The other 3 I ended up using slates for imprints, right? Unknown slates. Just saved up from past arena seasons and all that. That's how I got my Fern and my Figurin all fully geared up as well, fully imprinted. Now, when it comes to her gear, I had to kind of go digging around for some other units' gears, and I kind of just slapped a bunch of things together here. We have Sigurd's Scythe, obviously, best in slot artifact for Bystander Hwayoung, gives her 20% extra attack, huge damage increase there, and also giving that 50% heal of whatever damage she deals if she's below half health. That is incredible and honestly just cannot be matched, especially on a counter build like I have here. Now, my counter build is not a base speed build. I'm going for as much damage as I possibly can with at least just 16k HP. Seems to be the sweet spot for her here. It's not enough to get one shot by, especially if you have mitigation on your team. And this maximizes the amount of damage I can output here. 99.8% crit rate. I know the memes of if it's not 100%, it's 50-50. Never once in my entire 7 years of playing this game have I ever had the 0.2% actually kick in. But maybe, hey, maybe it's gonna happen now. Who knows? But anyway, she is gonna be going to light units like 90% of the time when she attacks, so it's gonna be fine regardless. We're gonna be critting those units that we really need to kill anyway, and yeah, I just want to maximize every little bit of damage that I possibly could. She is pretty difficult to gear. My average gear score is 96. I can improve it. I can get a way better helmet here as well, but yeah, that would require some more farming, and I just don't really want to do that right now. Not enough time. So I really just want to go into arena and take her out for a spin, so let's go ahead and do just that. So let's go ahead and take a look at our first team here. Bystander Hwayoung is going to be taking on Lady of the Scales, because why would you not? Her skills here will ignore damage share, and she's one of the few units who actually ignores damage share while actually being really good in the meta. Yeah, she's definitely going to be absolutely incredible. Also ignores damage reduction, by the way. So things like Sylvan Sage Vivian you can bypass, right? Anything that reduces damage is really good, is really bad into her, but she's really good against. So in this case here, we're going to be taking Bystander Hwayoung and attacking MLK-Ron, attacking Lady of the Scales with basically no repercussions. We're also going to bring along a few friends, Last Rider Crown for the immunity, Archdemon for the seal against Setsuka. I really don't want to fight Setsuka here, and Maid Chloe for some healing and shenanigans too, right? So this is going to be pretty good. I can just go for an S1 here for now. See if we can seal. Very nice. And with that seal, there you go. Now, obviously into my opponent's team on the right, it's really easy to just bring like a Mort and your opponents can't counter. But what's the fun in that when you can one-shot everybody with Bystander Hwayoung? So, we're coming in here with this. Archdemon, by the way, also really good because she'll keep dual attacking with the Bystander Hwayoung, and that is really nice for multiple reasons. One, you get more damage in, but two, you also get to gain combat readiness, because Bystander Hwayoung will push herself up with her S1, and it turn cycles her rather quickly, right? Especially for a counter build, you definitely want her to be able to come in and deal more damage more quickly and cycle more. So what we're gonna do is hit the Setsuka here. Don't care if she counters. There you go. Look at Maid's healing. It's absolutely amazing. Now, Bystander Hwayoung, the downside to her, if you can even call it a downside, is she can't get buffed at all. No revive buff, no defense buff, none of these shenanigans. She can still be revived, she just can't have the buff. But yeah, we're just gonna go in here with a quick little... Ooh, should I come in here with a quick little S3? Soulburn or not? I think we don't Soulburn it. We're going to save our Soulburns for our Bystander Hwayoung. This is just to put up immunity for my team here, and we should be good. Last Rider Crown getting hit by the K-Ron is going to give us one, a barrier, but two, it's also going to help us out with reducing our cooldowns. Setsuka's S3 ignores res of anyone lower health than her. Also, it looks like this one might be built with... Oh wait, no, never mind. My last Rider Crown doesn't have any effectiveness. It's all good. We're going to go ahead and just seal the Setsuka anyway, so it doesn't matter. There you go. Look at that. Beautiful damage. Okay, and there is damage here right now with the Setsuka because of the Fallen Cecilia having the 70% share right here, right, through offering. Now, Bystander Hwayoung's S3, when she attacks, she inflicts extinction if she kills, but the other thing to note is that when the target is a light element, you increase the damage that's dealt. So I can come in here and just Soul Burn and just hit Lady of the Scales, and we should theoretically be able to one-shot. I haven't tested her damage out at all. So first time I'm using her S3. Look at that! Look at that! It's disgusting. This unit is absolutely disgusting, and we're gonna go ahead and seal the Keiron too, because I don't want him to do shenanigans with his fighting spirit. So now that he's sealed, we should be good. Look at that. He is injuring us down a little bit, but it's fine. Just makes it easier for me to heal up the team. Look at that. And we'll just go for a hit onto the Setsuka. There you go. Look at that stun. Easy peasy, guys. Easy peasy. Okay, so Keiron is going to be attacking Bystander Hwayoung. Again, we don't really care at this point. We should be okay. Let's come in with an S3. Keiron with the seal. He doesn't get the counterattack buff, so we're good. I really don't need Last Rider Crow to get any more cooldown reductions necessarily. We're going to try to kill off this Setsuka here. Still missing with that S1, it's okay. With our passive seal, Bystander Hwayoung should be able to come into this Keiron. Let's go for an S1 here, see what we can do. That's a decent chunk of damage. Again, that doesn't account for the damage share, right? The damage share is applied there. So we're not seeing the full damage potential for S1 kick. Once Fallen Cecilia goes down, we should be able to. Would have been nice to one-shot the Keiron too, but in most cases, I think you'd want to one-shot Lady of the Scale. It really depends on the situation. In this case, I want to get rid of Lady of the Scales, right? And then Keiron's pretty easy to deal with afterwards, but I think the Fallen Cecilia lost her... Yep, she lost her immortality. Down she goes. And let's see how much damage we do here. Ooh, I actually have an S3. I could Soul Burn it. I mean, why not? Let's see how much damage we do into the Setsuka. ML Keiron's not really going to be doing anything to us. So, let's see how much we do here. Okay, 43,000 damage as well. It was a defense broken Setsuka, but that doesn't necessarily matter all too much since we also Soul Burn there. I would have liked to see what we do with just a normal S3, but again, in most cases, you're probably going to be Soul Burning Bystander Hwayoung's S3 for maximum damage. So let's go on and move to another match here. This one is going to be amazing because there are 3 units here that can revive. May Chloe with the Team Revive, Genesis Roz with the Self Revive, and Spirit Eye Celine with the Team Revive and Immortality as well, right? Now typically against AIs, if your opponent has a Bystander Hwayoung defense team, you can bring Spirit Eye Celine and she should be able to take care of the Hwayoung easily. When it's in a player's hands though, Bystander Hwayoung can easily play around the Spirit Eye Celine, and you can just go and extinct everybody else on her team so she cannot revive them. And that's exactly what we're going to try to do today. Now, here, we're bringing Boss Arunka in the front lines, we're bringing Empyrean Ilanov as well. Boss Arunka mostly because the AI here on my opponent's side, all 4 light units would attack my Boss Arunka, and I don't want that. And the Empyrean Ilanov has defense, penetration, resistance, which helps us survive a little bit against the Spirit Eye Celine and also the Genesis Roz. So we're just going to use these units as kind of defensive shields here, right? I'm not using Lady of the Scales myself because I'm trying to do a little bit more of a fair fight. Don't really want to bring Lady of the Scales to everything, you know how powerful she is. But this is also something that you could possibly see in RTA. All very common picks here on my opponent's side, right? All very popular picks, and likewise on my team too. All very popular picks in RTA, and there's no unit overlap. So this is a potential match that you might be a part of. So there we go. We got Setsuka there. Not really doing too much right now, but it's okay. We have an S3 we can come in with, so we can go for some injury damage. Why not go injury onto the Genesis Roz? And right now, you know, early on the game, you can build up your souls, right? Just using your units S3s is typically going to be enough. Ooh, actually, I'm going to go into the Spirit Eye Celine. If I can strip all of the Spirit Eye Celine's buffs, it's not a resist Celine, we can easily take her out here. She's going to counter, but it's fine. We have such a big barrier. We got defense buff and penetration resistance, and we have Indomitable as well. Yeah, not too bad. Okay, so Setsuka's going to go. We could go for an S3 and blind everybody and stuff too. I think everybody at this point has popped their cleansing skills, so might as well just go for the S3. Let's blind everybody. There we go. Beautiful stuff. I'm actually not going to use my S3 here just yet. I'm just going to go for the Genesis Raws, do some damage. There we go. That's 9,000 damage with the S1. Pretty decent, I do have to say, especially to a Raws, right? Who is generally decently tanky. And so everyone hitting the Bystander is perfectly fine. The other cool thing about Bystander is you can dual attack with her by going for a Soulburn S1. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go straight for the Spirit Eye Celine. Alright, the splash damage is not killing here because the Maid Chloe is there, having the amount of damage that we do. But I'm hoping my Bystander takes a very powerful hit on my opponent's side. That would be wonderful. I could try to hit the Celine. You guys think it's below half health? That thing is just above half health, maybe not. Or maybe we do. I don't know. Let's do it. Oh no. Never mind. There's a heal there, so it didn't kill, and then she healed. She healed there as well. I'm trying to see if we can proc the Bystander Hwayoung here, but it's not happening. Because Bystander Hwayoung's passive is also very solid. I'm sure you guys know, but never had the ability to experience it myself here, unfortunately. Alright, let's go for another hit onto the Spirit Eye Celine. Deal some damage, there we go. The Genesis Raws does revive. It's okay if he revives, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to prevent, the Extinction is going to prevent the Spirit Eye Celine from reviving everybody. Or I can just finish her off here. Actually, let's go ahead and just do that. Get rid of the Celine. If Maid wants to revive her, it's fine. Or we can finish off Maid first. Honestly. Unless Setsuga's going to do so. There's no damage mitigation anymore. Let's see. Ooh, it's good damage, but not quite. Alright, the Lady of the Scales is going to proc. That's all good. Alright, and we'll go for the Lady here. So, Bystander Hwayoung, let's see how much damage we do without a Soulburn. Genesis Raws is not an issue for us, so we're not even going to kill him first. We're going to prevent the Maid from doing the Team Revive. Yeah, look at that. 23k damage with nothing else, right? No Soulburn, nothing. That's enough to kill pretty much any Maid Chloe. Most Maid Chloes are about 20k health, just for reference. And you ignore damage sharing and all that, or damage reduction and all that stuff, right? So there's no way the opponent can really survive that, realistically speaking, in most RTA matches. Then Genesis Raws ended up exploding himself, and we'll just take care of Lady of the Scales. So yeah, Bystander Hwayoung's not a unit. You can spam her S3 over and over and over again, but the issue with fighting Bystander Hwayoungs is that if you have a tank, like Bystander, if you have units that are, you know, higher priority than Bystander Hwayoung that you really need to get rid of, you can't kill them first without hitting Bystander Hwayoung first. And if you do take out the high priority target, Bystander Hwayoung's gonna punish you. So let's go ahead and proceed into our next match here, going up against Lady of the Scales and Genesis Raws, because every defense team still just carries the two of those. Also Setsuga for some RNG thrown in there, and then Bellion, so we can't Soulburn, but that's okay. We don't need to Soulburn with a unit like Bystander Hwayoung. Again, you saw how much damage you did to that Maid Chloe, right? 22, almost 23k damage. It is pretty nice against light units. Obviously against a non-light unit, she's not going to be doing as well, at least in terms of free damage, but here we're going to see how much we can do against this Genesis Raws. Lady of the Scales is going to be a little bit annoying here, so is the Bellion actually. There we go, but everyone has immunity thanks to the Aaron here, and we won't actually be able to benefit from the Vigor buff, but it's okay. Still get some good stats for everybody else. Now let's go ahead and come in here. Let's go ahead and just hit the Genesis Raws and try to injury him down a little. Ilanov is here for the defense penetration resistance to prevent the Raws from potentially killing our Bystander Hwayoung, because it is possible for him to do so. We can come in here though with Knockwall. We should be able to S3. See if we actually reset anybody here. Ooh, or do we S2 first? Now let's go for the S3. We have about 200 effectiveness on Knockwall here. Let's see who we're actually able to hit. Okay, we pretty much hit everybody that we wanted to. The Raws cannot be reset, but we did hit the Setsuka, which is wonderful, and we hit the Bellion some more as well. So now Setsuka's binded, she can't actually counter, which is cool, but let's go ahead and seal the Setsuka just in case, right? Go ahead and stop her from doing shenanigans. Now, the Genesis Roz, no matter what I do here, he's going to be able to go. I can't kill him, he's going to get immortality. So what I'll do is I'll just go for an S1. Let's see if I can heal up the team a little bit. There we go. And Genesis Roz will come in with an S2. He'll go into an S3. Let's see if we're tanky enough to survive. I know we have Empyrean Ilanov on our side, but Empyrean Ilanov, is she enough as just a full mitigator of damage? She is. Actually, oh my god, she very much is. And we get some healing from Aram too. Yeah, our Hwayoung is so comfortable here. Yeah, still sitting at a third of her HP after that onslaught of attacks. Pretty good. Right, let's go ahead and finish. Let's go ahead and finish off this Lady of the Scales. I don't think we need an S3 Soul Burn to do it. Let's just see if we got this. Now, the downside of Bystander Hwayoung here is that, oh, easy, 27k damage, and look at that full heal as well. Not, what a joke. Alright, so, this unit makes everything so easy. Look at this, I'm just gonna go ahead and push up the Bystander Hwayoung again. I know, she doesn't even get the extra bonus that you get, the 20% extra bonus from the, buff that Aram normally gives. But let's just go into the Bellion. I don't even need to kill the Bellion here. I just need to deal enough damage so that I'm feeling comfortable. With a single counter, I can probably finish her off. Okay, I thought that was actually going to finish her off, but no. There we go. A single counter, enough to finish her off. We get Genesis Roz on his last legs. Immortality is currently procced. Yeah, there's really nothing we can't do right now. Let's go for an additional seal on the Setsuka. Did she resist? Ooh. She resisted. I did not like that. Alright, it's okay though, because what are debuffs when you're Bystander Hwayoung and you don't care? Let's go ahead and hit the Genesis Roz. Oh, that kind of sucks. You got a little counter in there. Cheeky. Okay, we actually aren't blinded, so we're gonna hit there. And Aram, let's go for a hit here, because I am blind. Don't want the free counter from my opponent there. The S2 is probably gonna miss, like, everybody, unfortunately. But I might as well try, yeah, might as well try here. Let's go for it. Even without a hit, we take an extra turn. Oh, we got a double miss. Kind of to be expected. Alright, it's okay though, so let's go in for an S2. Bystander Hwayoung might go down here to the Genesis Roz, but honestly, kind of to be expected when there's an onslaught of attacks on her the entire time. Kind of to be expected in RTA. This is just a realistic showcase. She is going to go down occasionally, especially if you don't counter at the right times. If she countered there, she would have survived. But as of right now, I think we're still in a pretty good position to win with this Empyrean Ilanov, right? Bystander Hwayoung took care of like 2 units there. We reset her. She one-shot the Lady, and she one-shot the Bellion. So yeah, this is just a dream come true, guys. It's gonna be so nice. Now, am I gonna get tilted if Bystander Hwayoung ends up not countering an RTA? Maybe not. Who knows? I'm just so happy to have the chance to fight these light units without having to deal with them at their full power, right? I can just easily click on anybody I want, delete them, and forget about them, right? It's gonna be really good. So yeah, anyway, Tanky Knockwall, nice little tech. You guys have been seeing her in my recent RTA videos as well, and honestly, she's been doing real good for me. Really good for me lately. I do want to tweak her build a little bit more. I want to give her more effectiveness, just to kind of guarantee the debuffs from her. Because right now 200, I feel like it's just still a little bit too low. Even though we're comfortably debuffing like pretty much everybody that's not immune to debuffs right now. So yeah, anyway, we should be able to finish this off with just Empyrean Ilanov. There you go, easy peasy. And now time for another Bystander Hwayoung match. Let's go ahead and see if, you know, there's some more Lady of the Scales that need to be balanced out. Okay, so we are going to be trolling a little bit for this match here, but one thing I wanted to showcase was Bystander Hwayoung against one of the strongest debuffers in the game right now, which is the Mutinibria. That's right. So this team is not ideal for Bystander Hwayoung here. There's only 2 light units. There's a Rinok who can really easily take care of your Bystander Hwayoung if it's an RTA match. And of course there's a mirror match, which I don't necessarily appreciate because I hate fighting Bystander Hwayoung, even if I have my own. Just seeing one on the other team triggers me a little bit on the inside. Die a little bit on the inside every time I have to fight her. But what we're going to do is we're going to take a beating from this Rinok here. And she can only attack the Bystander Hwayoung. She's the frontline unit. It does proc my Bystander Hwayoung though, so that's really nice. Let's see who we decide to nuke. And we decide to go for the Rinnock there. Wow, she is gone. My opponent's Bystander Hwayoung gets to go off, and my maid Chloe also goes down. That is insane. Wow, look at that chain of events. Rest in peace, maid Chloe. But you know what? We do actually have our ML Taeyu, who can come in, and not only do we increase skill cooldowns here, but we also get a skill nullifier. So even if we get countered here by my opponent, we should be okay. That's why it's a little bit trolled because I'm bringing Taeyu, but he is a decent counter if Witch of the Near Tenebria is the only non-attack skill unit on the opponent's side. My Basarunka is honestly just a sacrifice here. She's tanking every single hit she possibly can, and we actually get a counter, which is nice. Okay, beautiful. Let's go for an S3. This way we can get a defense buff, a barrier, try to keep ourselves alive here. Bystander Hwayoung having her passive procced is not necessarily going to be able to do it again unless we turn cycle her a little bit. Let's see though. Okay, Taeyu gets to go. We'll just go for an S1. Oh, that is insane damage, guys. Look at that. I can't wait to get ML Taeyu. He is honestly the next unit I really want to go for. He is the next highest priority ML5 for me. So, as for my opponent here, I could honestly S3 and get rid of the Basarunka. I'm just gonna go for it. Why not? Nuke her here, so that we are safe against the opponent's Bystander Hwayoung, because her passive is also on cooldown. Look at that, 20k damage to the Basarunka there. That is just nuts. Let's go ahead and just finish off this unit, because I really don't want to fight her. I hate Bystander Hwayoung so much on the opponent's side. There you go, Taeyu, an absolute monster. And yeah, this Tenebria, she can lap us all she wants. Not only do we have counters, but again, we are just completely immune to her debuffs. So Bystander Hwayoung is kind of like bringing Sylvan Sage Vivian to a fight, right? Or Genesis Roz. Just immune to everything, doesn't matter, give me your best shot. Okay guys, well, this is going to be the last showcase here. I think this video has been going on a little long enough, and I'm sure all of you are already familiar with how Bystander Hwayoung works, but guys, it's like a little mini Christmas for me right now, right? Just getting to open a gift a day early. It's a little present, right? I know there's an ML5 selector probably coming down the line with Global Anniversary in a few weeks, but it's just so nice to have a little something new to play with that is actually really, really good in the meta. For this team, I'm going to bring in BBK in the front lines. The reason I'm actually bringing BBK is if you bring Bystander Hwayoung with a squishier unit, it's easier to proc her passive. So with the opponents all being light units, there's a 50-50 shot that they're fighting either BBK or my Bystander Hwayoung. To ensure that my opponents attack my BBK, I'm going to pop Lady the Scales. That's the reason why I brought her here. She does a bit of damage to my BBK, and because she's the lowest percentage of health on my side in terms of a dark unit, my opponent's light units will always attack the one with the lowest percentage of health. So BBK will take all the hits here, which is wonderful, right? So we have the Wretched Rose on the other side as well. Kind of annoying, but I think we should be able to deal with her here. Let's go for an S1. Ooh, we actually land the Fear. Okay, I was honestly kind of hoping to get countered there, so Lionheart Sermia can do something, but you know what? That's perfectly fine. There we go. And so the Genesis Roz with his S2, he's going to hit the BBK, going to do a lot of damage here. Proc my Bystander Hwayoung. Let's hope we hit one of the other two light units that's not Roz. Come on now, you can do it. Ah, hit the Setsuka out of all units, right? To hit the Setsuka there. Setsuka is a little bit annoying for Bystander Hwayoung. Definitely a quote-unquote counter pick, but technically she counterpicks anybody, right? As long as you dodge, you're fine. The anti-crit is also kind of countering me here a little bit too, which is a little unfortunate. I cannot really deal damage with this consistently. I can go for an S3, but because I can't consistently kill, I'd rather not at the moment. Let's just hit the Rose. Force a crit on that one though. And we'll come in with the BBK. Now, I could S3. Should I S3? Don't think I need to S3. Let's go ahead and just proc the Genesis Roz's Immortality. There we go. Okay, and yeah, BBK should still be fine. Ooh, Bystander Hwayoung actually lower on health now. That's not good. Let's go for this hit. Alright, Rose on defense is a little bit weird because, oh there we go, BBK is down lower, because she can't soul burn to immediately go for another S3. Let's see if we can get a counter me. Nope, no counters there. Alright, so Rose here is, on her next turn, able to use her S3, which means she's going to use the once in a lifetime research, reset everybody to the start of the match. Everyone gets the anti-crit, everyone gets full health, right? All their passives, everything get reset. So we're just going to say, like, no. I'm gonna soul burn this. Typically you do want to soul burn just in case, even in real matches. There's a 30% chance I miss, which we don't, which is nice. 40k damage, beautiful stuff. And yeah, there you have it. No resetting the match from my opponent there. Let's go for an S3 now. I know there's still damage share active, but let's deal as much damage as possible here if we can. There we go. BBK is Immortality once more. Lady of the Scales gave her the first one, right? So now we have another one here. Let us go for any hit. Let's go for this. Are you on counter? You are on counter. Wonderful. So now, finally, Lionheart Ceremony gets the proc. And Bystander Hwayoung honestly doesn't work as well if she's the solo DPS unit, unless your opponent's all just light knights and they hardly do damage. It's really good to have a secondary DPS option along with her, so that you can deal more consistent damage to your opponent. The counters from, you know, Bystander Hwayoung, but potentially counters from another DPS, potential threat from dual attacks and stuff being used against you, like with Lionheart Ceremony, all pretty solid options. And as you can see here, we're doing pretty good. Again, the upside of Bystander Hwayoung here is that we don't care about any of these debuffs. Or you can just bring Lady of the Scales, who also doesn't care, but, you know. Gonna push up the Bystander Hwayoung, and let's see if we can try to finish off the Genesis Raws. Nope, we missed, but that's okay. Proc to the Lionheart. And yeah, see, this is what I mean. Like, you have units that can cover each other's weaknesses. Having Knights, like I did earlier, covers Bystander Hwayoung's weakness of getting focused down. You could definitely put her in, you definitely put her with units like Blood Moon Haste or Dragon Bride Senya or other high priority targets, right? You want to kill the Dragon Bride Senya first to get to the back line. Maybe Spirit Ice Lean's back there, but the Bystander Hwayoung's there. If you try to get rid of the Dragon Bride Senya and burst her down, Bystander Hwayoung's going to come in and nuke your team. But if you go for the Bystander Hwayoung, then you're letting Spirit Ice Lean do her shenanigans, and if you finish her off the Hwayoung, then Celine can revive her later, right? It's just such a problematic unit for your opponent to navigate around just when they're choosing their attack target. That's the main thing that she is used for, along with just nuking every light unit in existence. But you know, casual Bystander Hwayoung stuff. But yeah, anyway, I'm so happy that I got her. Good luck to you guys if you're doing custom Mystic Summons as well. Wishing you guys the best of luck, because I don't need the luck anymore here. I'm done for ML5s for the time being. So thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Leave a like if you did enjoy the video, and subscribe for more Epic 7 content. And until next time, take care.